MGX stand for? Okay, we're gonna have Gundam education time. We're gonna have Gundam education time, guys. It stands for Master Grade Extreme. All of the Gundams, like the model kits that you get to build, they come in different like grades, essentially, which just like details like how much detail everything has, right? It tells you how big it is. It tells you how detailed everything is. Oh, hi.
Hi, I'm sorry. I wasn't sure I wasn't sure what to do. Hi.
That's okay. Just hopping in is totally fine.
I wasn't sure. It didn't say whether we were supposed to like announce ourselves. You just said hop in around your time slot, so that's what I did.
I feel like I should have just I should have given you explicit instructions because I've confused poor Ellie.
I am so stupid. I am so clinically stupid. I have to ask people all the time, like, I know that you explained this in a way that normal people would be able to understand it, but unfortunately.
No, you're super fine. No, my total expectation was you could just like pop in whenever.
Well, that's what I did.
And here you are, so we're perfect.
Also, hi everybody. I'm so sorry I just apparated on the stream.
That's okay. What's a collab without a ton of scuff? And like, we've had minimal scuff today so far, which has been... Yeah, I'm so proud of myself. I have not doxed myself once today. And usually I feel like I do that at least like once a stream, almost.
Not even like a little? Not even just like
not
for
even
fun?
a little bit. No, not even
Dude,
for funsies.
same though. What is in our blood? What is wrong with us? Like, there are streamers who like keep their kayfabe for like 4 years of streaming. I don't go 2 streams without just like dropping my social security number or whatever. I don't know how people do it.
Me too. Oh, here's the worst one I did.
Yeah?
I opened a web page while I was like browsing the internet and it auto-filled my full name and address. On stream. Like the whole thing.
Dude! Oh my god! Okay, so I haven't done that, but only just barely. So I did show the Amazon page that would have shown my sister's full name and address, but luckily I had been auto-logged out.
Okay,
so
that's good.
instead, it didn't do that. But it would have! It literally, like, I was like,
oh no!
Two seconds from having shown my sister's full name and address, which is somehow morally worse, I think.
I feel like it's a little bit... I have to be so careful because I always forget, right? That as soon as you open Amazon, it shows your zip code in the corner. So you literally just like can't browse Amazon on stream at all without being like, hello, here's my zip code.
Yeah, she never would have forgiven me for that.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. I think the other bad one I did, which I didn't notice that it was up for like a really long time too. So I do these hand cam streams a lot, right? And do you have an iPhone?
Yes.
Okay, so you
Are we
know
gonna
that...
talk about how shiny they are and what a threat that is to my security?
Okay, they are really shiny, but no, not that.
Okay,
what happened
I
was... Okay, so I didn't face dox. What happened was, you know the thing where your phone's plugged in and you put it sideways and it just like gives you the time and weather on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, so it listed my city that I live in and the weather.
What?
And it was on camera showing like the time, my city, and the weather. And I didn't know it was on camera for like 10 minutes. It was sitting there and people could just like see my city.
You should tell Tim Cook that he owes you $30.
I was like, oh no, not this again.
Everybody knows where I live. Like, okay, if you live in New York City, like, good freaking luck, man. Like,
No,
you're gonna
that's
find
fair.
one of, yeah, right? Like, that's like less doxing than living in some states. Like, I'm not worried about that. Although, this is what I'm worried
You
about.
live in
is
New
that,
York
like,
City? Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What?
I
Why
had no
are you
idea.
responding like that?
I've seen so many videos of the pizza rats.
Oh, yeah, we've got them. I saw one.
Did you see one with pizza?
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I saw a pizza rat. I went to
Yo.
a pizza place that gave me horrible food poisoning, but I did sign up for it because it was only $1 for a slice. And out front, they had a rat with a piece of pizza, and it was like he was their mascot. It was like he was posing, but he just lives there, I guess.
I mean, it's a good life, I guess. Like he's living the
For a rat,
dream.
yeah. He is. He's living the rat dream. He has prime rat real estate.
He's got fresh access to the best pizza. I was gonna say in the world, but I didn't want to be like hated on by Italians, so I'm gonna just say on this side of the ocean.
I think they're fine. I don't think the Italians have that much riding on this, and not because they don't think their pizza is better, but because they don't think that Americans are qualified.
Well, I'm from the Canadian equivalent of where you live. We don't have pizza rats though. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I could bring you one.
No,
if I ever
okay.
go visit, I'll bring you a genuine Subway rat.
Okay. Yeah, I'm from Toronto. I don't live in Toronto anymore because it was too expensive. Okay, so like here's the downside of Toronto, right? You have like all the really cool city stuff, right? Of living in like a multi-million people city, of like living in like a New York thing, like walkable, like easy access to like all sorts of various ethnicity groups, food at like any hour of the day you want it, all sorts of interesting things to do. But the downside is that Toronto doesn't have New York City wages.
Oh, yeah, that is a huge problem. The same thing is true in Boston. I spent some years in Boston, and I love it so much. It's a wonderful city, but they have New York housing prices and not New York wages.
Yeah. So when I graduated from university, right, I was like, okay, I graduated. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna go back to Toronto. And I was like, okay, so I started applying for stuff, and I got like a job offer in like downtown Toronto where it's like $2,000 a month to rent a studio, right? And they were like, we have a great job offer for you. It's gonna be $40,000 Canadian, which is like $30,000 American, which meant I would have like $200 a month to pay my electric bill and groceries and gas and living expenses.
They know what industry you're in, right? Can I mention what industry you're in? They know that, right?
Yeah, they do.
Aren't you a frickin' CPA?
Yeah.
What the frick?
Yeah. And it was
How are they paying you? How are they paying you?
So bad. And so I was like, okay, so my option is I can like live in my uncle's basement.
That sounds great.
I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely what I want to do with my life, is live in my uncle's basement as an adult.
Jesus.
Yeah, and like to buy a house up there now, even in the suburbs, to like buy a house in like a not great area of Toronto is like $1 million.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
checks
okay. No, so I don't live in Toronto anymore. I live in the States. Maybe one day I'll go back to Canada when, you know, housing isn't so crazy. Whenever
Maybe
that
one
happens.
day you'll come to New York City. And
Maybe.
taste the delicious food poisoning pizza and meet your very own pizza rat.
Well, I've always wanted to like go to New York City. I've just never been before.
Wait, you've never been?
No, I've never been.
I usually just kind of assume everyone's been.
What? No, I've never been in New York City before. I'm on like the complete opposite coast of you, so
I can't recommend it. It's a very wet city.
my brother went last year, and the only thing that I knew about New York City was he sent me a text message like the first day that he got there. He was like, I just landed in New York City, and like sent me a selfie of him and his boyfriend standing in the airport. And then like 30 minutes later, he sent me a message, and he's like, there's a guy pooping into one of the air vents that goes into the subway system.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there's just a lot of
And I was like, oh.
There's a lot of that. Like, I would say, not like, okay, the number that I'm gonna give out, it sounds low, but I want you to actually think of the implications. I want to say that 10% of puddles in New York City are like about half pee.
No, yeah.
There's just people pee in places. You just see it all the time. That's just a thing about living here, is that people, they're just pee in places.
I mean, I guess if it's hard to find a bathroom, because you
That
have
is
to
the thing.
pay for it, you know? I have
Yes.
seen, okay, so I am on a TikTok page called Toilets of New York City. What? Excuse me, you've never been to New York City.
You follow a page called Toilets? What the frick? What the frick? Okay, sorry.
Okay, so it's called Toilets of New York City, and it's this girl, and she just, I know, she finds free bathrooms, and she posts reviews, and like the address, and like the bathroom codes of how to access them.
There are only 2 public bathrooms in all of Manhattan.
What?
Yeah, there are only 2 public bathrooms in all of Manhattan.
2?
Only 2. It's true.
That's
and, like,
wild.
So, as much as people talk about, like, oh, why are people peeing in the street? And it's like, because there's nowhere else for them to pee. But the end result
that's
is still the
fair.
same, which is that I live in a filthy pee city.
Yeah. Which I guess like I feel like if I went to New York City, like I've been to Tokyo, right? And so I feel like I would be stuck with that kind of like comparison because like Tokyo is like a mega city, right? Like it is crazy.
Yeah.
But like the public bathrooms in the subway system of Tokyo are so clean that like I would eat off of the floor in these bathrooms.
Okay,
like
but
they
don't
are the
go. No
cleanest
one is making you do
bathrooms
that.
I've ever
Please don't
seen.
do
I know, I'm not gonna do it, but like they are so clean. Like it's impressive. Like they smell nice. Like they have like automatic cleaning everything, and like every public toilet has like a full like bidet with like a butt dryer.
It's a butt. What is a butt dryer?
Yeah,
What is
there's a button
that
that
look
you
like?
push. It like washes your butt, and then you push a button to blow dry your butt afterwards.
I swear to God. They're caring for their butts more than I care for my hair.
I know, it's crazy, and I'm like, America could never. America could never.
Man.
It would be broken within like half a day.
People
People
would
would be
be
like,
just
"What
like
is
pooping
this?"
directly into it. Yeah.
Dude, people would steal the toilets. Like someone would be like, wow, this is fancy, and they just like unhook that thing and take it home.
Yeah, I mean, in New York, one of those toilets, that's probably like that's the size of a studio apartment. You can live in
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's fancy.
Listen, bidets aren't the problem. Bidets are great. I've never heard of a butt dryer though.
Yeah, no, okay, so here's the other thing that they have. On the machines too, you can play like rainforest sounds so no one else hears you peeing in case you're
What?
shy in public. Yeah, there's like a button to make rainforest sounds.
I'm
In like
I'm
regular
glad that
public
exists.
bathrooms. Yeah.
for people who get nervous about such things.
Yeah, if you're a
but
little
also-
shy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't imagine.
Yeah. I was
being-
like so shocked when I was there. I was like, okay, but like now I have to go home and live without this, you know?
This
That's
is
my
why I
problem.
can never go.
It was great though. Oh, I feel like we just kind of hopped in. I feel like we should introduce you.
Oh, yeah. Hi, everybody. Let me do a quick introduction. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Ellie. I'm a robotics engineer. I stream a lot of robotics educational content. I also really like bugs, and I do some bug educational content. Also, I write music. Also, I'm so sorry, but may I? I have
Yes.
a debut coming up January 4th, and I will be releasing a new song. The first metal song I've ever written. So, January 4th if you're into that kind of thing. But
First
also,
metal
don't worry
song!
about it if you're not. Anyway, this is Maki. She's very cool. I like her a lot. I've known her for a really long time.
Almost 2 years, I want to say.
Yeah, in VTuber years, we're basically childhood friends.
I know. The fact that neither of us have graduated yet is crazy. So
I know! Yeah, the shelf life of a VTuber is like, what, 1 year?
yeah, it's not very long. It's not very long.